Breaking news coming in on India Global. Canadian Prime Minister Mark Carney is all set to dissolve Parliament and pave the way for fresh elections that could take place as early as the 28th of April or 5th of May. How significant these elections are, what's at stake, what are the big issues that are likely to be discussed and really be the reason why voters decide on the next course of action in Canada. Let's get my colleague Dishha Bagchi, who's filling us in with some of these details. Disha, what is it that you have with us right now?
Right. So the Canadian Prime Minister Mark Carney, who just came to power roughly a week ago, and he was sworn into office last week, has now the reports indicating that he's expected to dissolve Parliament on Sunday and expected to call for elections, announce elections on April 28th or May 5th. Now, some of the key issues in this election are of course going to be Donald Trump and Donald Trump's threats of tariffs, as well as even his threats of annexing Canada as the 51st state of the United States. And now there have been the ties between US and Canada have been on edge over the last couple of months since Donald Trump has come back to power because of his various threats of course, tariffs, but also his repeated claims that Canada should become the 51st state of the United States. So this is going to be a crucial election topic if Canadian Prime Minister Mark Carney does announce elections on Sunday. And apart from that, of course, this is the Liberal Party's attempt to really utilize the surge in polls that they have seen in the last couple of weeks since, in the last month or so since.
Indeed, there's been a remarkable recovery for the Liberal Party. They were trailing the Conservatives by 26 points, but it looks like they've almost recovered and in fact leading over the Conservative Party. Disha, which brings me to ask you that what are the issues that are likely to be at the forefront of this election? You mentioned tariffs. Tariffs is an issue that the Liberal Party would probably really hammer home because that's the reason why they've recovered in the ratings. But what apart from that, and how significant would this be from India's point of view?
Of course, from India's point of view, as we addressed earlier in the program, Canada and India are looking to reset ties which were on edge, and there was a fallout between India and Canada over the past year, almost 2 years, since when Justin Trudeau was in office. So now rebuilding ties between India and Canada have, of course, been one of the focus areas for Mark Carney. He has repeatedly mentioned that he is looking to rebuild ties with a lot of key Canadian partners, given the fact that there has been this there have been fraught ties between Canada and US over the past couple of months. So, of course, ties with India are a crucial issue for Mark Carney and the Liberals. And as you mentioned, the Liberal Party's poll figures have gotten better. The recent polls have suggested that they have an approval rating of 42%, which is quite a jump from what they were seeing, which were one of the lowest poll numbers under former Prime Minister Justin Trudeau. So they are really expected to, take advantage of this lead that they're seeing in polls.
And any word in terms of Pierre Poilievre? He did come out and say that, and he did make some comments regarding Trump's endorsement of Mark Carney. But any update in terms of how Pierre Poilievre's campaign is likely to shape up from here?
We are yet to see how Pierre Poilievre will, react to this call for elections. He has been calling for elections for the past couple of months as well. We have seen reactions that, Mark Carney is just another Justin Trudeau coming to power now, and he has been repeatedly saying that, Liberals are need to go, and so we have been seeing that he's even claimed, as you mentioned, that Donald Trump in fact endorsed Mark Carney, where we have very little evidence to say that. So we are yet to see how he's going to react to this announcement of elections.
And finally, Disha, the fact that the Khalistani issue was at the heart of why the India-Canada relationship really saw a nadir under Justin Trudeau. How much do you think Mark Carney and the Liberal Party under Mark Carney is likely to pay attention to India's concerns regarding the Khalistani issue?
In fact, when it comes to Jagmeet Singh, he's in fact trailing in polls, and it'll be interesting to see how he's going to react, because he has also been repeatedly saying that there needs to be elections. When Justin Trudeau was in office, he repeatedly said that there needs to be elections. But now the NDP is in fact dropping in polls.
All right. All right, Dishha, we leave it there. Thanks much for giving that update on an important breaking story.